Hello, this is Uptrail71 and we're back at Pictured Rocks, Michigan. We'll be hiking the Chapel Loop area around Grand Portal Point. It is October 20th, so we got some nice fall colors and we'll possibly be meeting up with another YouTube channel. So we're looking forward to that. Yeah, it's 1.4 miles Chapel Falls, 3.2 to Chapel Rock. The trail to Chapel Falls is well maintained. It's a heavily used trail because it's a very beautiful falls. And then we'll be taking like more of a backcountry trails to Chapel Rock.
Right, but the road's another story.
Yeah, the road was very bumpy out here. We hiked this loop about 2.5 years ago. And I think the total miles is only about 11. But tonight we'll be staying at the Mosquito Campground, and that'll be our first time staying there. Here's the first time we're coming up to Chapel Lake Overlook. Is to the left here, 0.6 to Chapel Falls. First we'll go take a look at this overlook. It's a long ways up here. And you don't get a whole lot for views, but you can see Chapel Lake. And you notice that we still have a lot of leaves on the trees yet in this area. We had a very warm fall, so the leaves are about 7 to 10 days later for changing. But of course, the closer you get to Lake Superior, the water temperature is warmer than the air usually in the fall, so it'll take longer for the leaves to change along the lake shore.
You are seeing a few reds across the river there, or lake I should say.
Okay, we'll get back on the trail now, and our next stop will be Chapel Falls. Okay, now we arrived at the Chapel Falls Overlook. So we'll be going down here to check it out. Have a few stairs.
Now that's a waterfall.
Oh, is that gorgeous? We'll get some of the fall colors with it.
Perfect water slide.
And this is what it looks like from the top of the falls. And right here we'll be coming up to the bridge that crosses the stream for Chapel Falls. What a beautiful area. And we should be able to find one more viewing area for Chapel Falls. Then we'll have about maybe 2.5 miles to Chapel Rock. Now we're starting to get close to Lake Superior. Getting a glimpse of the lake off in the background. And now it looks like we could be going downhill. Chapel Rock right there. First we'll take a look at Lake Superior up on the cliffs here. There's Chapel Rock. And you can see that one pine tree has growing on it. Now this is so cool. Out off in the distance you can see some of the cliffs, and there's one of the boat tours. Okay, now we'll go to the bottom of this cliff here, take a look at Chapel Rock. And it shows Chapel Beach is in that direction. And here's some history of Chapel Rock. That's what it looked like in 1890. And of course, this is what it looks like today. At one time, this was actually had an arch going across the cliff right there. And I read that it collapsed in the 1940s. So then it left Chapel Rock behind. You can see that root is still up there. And it's still feeding to that tree. And this will be a stream that feeds from the Chapel Falls and runs into Lake Superior. And we'll take a walk down by the beach here. Oh, check this out. Neat little waterfall. And there's Chapel Beach. And right here we have another view of Chapel Rock. And now we'll continue on the North Country Trail to our campsite. Should be about maybe 4 miles or something like that. Now here we have some nice colors on the cliffs.
Bear, where?
Warning, a bear has been reported in this area. Beware of bears. Now here's a good map of our route that we've been taking. We started at the parking lot. We took this trail here to Chapel Rock. And we're at the Chapel Beach area right now. And we'll get to hike this few miles to Mosquito. And our campground will be right there for tonight. There, a good drink of water. And we're going to take a look at the view from right over here. There should be that cove area that the boat tour took us into last summer, end of July that was. Wow, look at the color of the water. It's like a turquoise blue. And there's the cliffs with this cove. Yeah, we took the boat tour right inside there last summer. Okay, we're going to get back on the trail now. Oh wow, you gotta check this out. This is beautiful. And when you get the fall colors, even makes it look that much more nice. Well, you gotta be a little careful around here. Like I said in previous videos, you just never know when it's possible a cliff could break off because it's all sandstone. And it's common in this area. Actually, that brings up another thing. Yeah, back in 2006 at Miners Castle, there was actually 2 castles that went up in the air. And one of them broke off, so you'll see it now with only one. And of course, I had to find another opening. There's so many different views at this park. Every view is different with rock formations. And a few muddy areas. But overall, it's been dry in this area for the last couple of weeks. So we're actually some of the lucky ones. I heard that this can be extremely wet during the wet season. Oh wow, got some more cliff views here. This is gorgeous. That cliffs right here, they'll range about anywhere from 60 feet to 100 feet above the lake level. Now when we get to Grand Portal Point, which is about maybe another mile or mile and a half from here, that'll be the highest point at Pictured Rocks. And it's about 200 feet above Lake Superior. Wow, now this is a nice opening. Get some really nice views here. Some more of the cliffs. And over there was Chapel Rock. Then further down in this direction, you probably can't see it from here, but would be Spray Falls. And I hiked over there in early June this summer. And that was some nice footage from my trip earlier this summer. Oh, what a perfect day we picked to come. Right now it's 66 degrees out. Just as perfect weather for hiking. Take a look at this next view. Check out that tree that's growing off the side of the cliff. It seems like every 200-300 feet we have to stop and take a look at the awesome views around here. There's a lot to see. Oh, this is awesome. And I was checking the weather for next week. Looks like the high temperatures will be in the upper 40s. So it's going to be a big turnaround in temperature change. The average high should be about 52 right now. Well, like I said, about every 200-300 feet. And it just gets to be more amazing views every time. Oh, wait till you see this. And that's Grand Portal. Oh, we just realized 2.5 years ago when we day hiked this area, it's the exact same spot that we stopped for lunch. One of the best views in this entire area. Now we're seeing our fair share of chipmunks. Well, looks like we have another amazing view coming up. Right on a trail. Wow, is that cool? You can see the arch. I like the sound of the waves splashing up against the cliffs. And here's a view from the other side of the cliffs that we were just standing on a little while ago. Yeah, you see the sun doesn't get very high this time of the year. It's about 2:30 right now Eastern time. And I still got a few miles to go to get to the campsite. We'll set up our hammocks for tonight. I'll probably make a little fire in my new little firebox stove that I'm going to try tonight. It's a little stick stove. Oh, I have to check this out. Should be another amazing view. Yeah, this is an amazing view of Grand Portal. Well, that cave in there happened not sure how many years ago it was, but at one time they said you could actually take a little boat through there. Yeah, you don't get too many breaks where you can just walk in the woods and talk on the camera, because every time you start doing that, you'll come right back to another view. It's been like just non-stop. There's another opening. And this will be one of the more recent landslides, so it opened up this area even that much more. And this should be it. Grand Portal Point. Some of the best views in this park. There's a couple of areas that have just amazing views, and this is one of them. Wow, this is really neat. This is really neat. This is all sandstone, and this is all sand right here. I would assume this is all caused from erosion from the sandstone cliffs. Well, look how close we'll be walking to a ledge here. This is where you get the best views though. Of course, you always want to think safety first. Yeah, it's not the safest spot to walk. Yeah, it's a little windy right here. See some nice fall colors up on the cliffs. Well, since we walked up to another viewing area, let's see what we have. Take a look back. Yeah, that's neat. I believe that's Indian Head, right? That rock formation right there?
It appears to be, yes.
Yeah, and that's where we were standing on just a little while ago. Oh, this is a little different look. The hemlock forest right here. Just a small area. But after walking in mostly maples for the last 3 miles or so, it's nice just to see something a little different. All of the maple leaves smell really good this time of year. The fall leaves with that smell. Yeah, like I said earlier, kind of surprised at how much green there is still in here, around here.
And these are crawlers.
Now usually all the leaves are 100% gone, or almost 100% gone by Halloween. But this year, I don't know. Of course it's going to be a lot colder next week, so it could change and fall off quick. Our campsite, I'm thinking it's about 1.25 miles from here, so it won't be long and we'll be setting up our hammocks, making some supper. We actually skipped lunch except for a few snacks. Yeah, take a look at this view. Look how the sun is shining at the water and the waves. Oh, look at the size of that arch. That is huge. Yeah, I see 3, looks like kayaks out there. And once again, back on the trail. The views have been stunning around here. And having a perfect day with very few clouds makes it that much more enjoyable. October is by far my favorite time of the year to go backpacking up in Upper Peninsula of Michigan. A lot less bugs, cooler weather. Well, of course today is not very cool. It's in the upper 60s right now, right around 67, 68. Okay, now this is where a trail actually goes, or we take a side trail by accident somehow. Oh, it goes down here, yeah. Wow, it's got some nice views here. You hear the water splashing up against the rocks.
Crashing against the shore. To climb back up.
Ah, good excuse to come down this little small cliff. That's a really cool looking area to check out. You see how wet the rocks are down here. It's from the groundwater seeping through. So, you see it running right here. Just a real slow trickle. But the entire area is all wet. And right over there you can see some cool rock formations. It's like little caves in the side of a cliff. And she gets to go back up the hill with the packs. Probably should have taken them off, but oh well. We're almost to the campsite. And here we have arrived at the mosquito campground. And that's the beach access. It shows where the campsites are. We decided to take campsite number 2. And it's close to the lake. You can see it from here. And for now, we're just going to drop our packs right here and take a walk down to the beach area with the rock formations. Here we'll walk down to the ledges here. There's actually steps right here.
Is that what they're supposed to do?
Yeah. It helps a little bit. And now we'll check out the mosquito beach area here. Some cliffs off in the distance. Boat cruises. Boat cruises are almost done for the year. There, I got most of my gear out of my pack now. And I just laid out my ground sheet, and my under quilt, top quilt, my edge tarp, the Darien Dream hammock, my extra clothing, all the food, camera gear, and my cook pot, plus the little stick stove that I'm going to try tonight. And this is a new stuff sack that I picked up from Dutch, and it's ultralight. Now I'll start setting up the hammock. As you can see, my wife's starting to set her tarp up. And it looks like she's almost got her hammock all done here. The underquilt's on.
Fine tuning.
Fine tuning. Looks like she's doing a little bit of lounging in it tonight, or this afternoon. And I got my Darien Dream hammock all set up except for the underquilt. I'll just still put that on. And here's a quick look at it. This will be only my second time ever using the Dream hammock. First test was very good. Okay, we'll show our suspensions real quick again. Got our Dutch clips, cinch buckles. That's the easiest way. I like whoopee slings work good, but the cinch buckles are easier, quicker setup. And for our tarp lines, still using the fleas from Dutch. They work excellent. They're ultralight, fast setup. And just use a regular aluminum stakes. I have a knot tied here, loop it around the ring here. And it's already tied to the stake, so extremely fast setup. And now it's time to cook up some supper. Fettuccine Alfredo with chicken. That sounds real good. We'll share that meal. It's for 2 servings. And we're just gonna eat our supper right here. Right on this beach area with the rock formations.
Well, it's always nice to try a new brand. This one's by Backpackers Chantry, so.
Some good hot coffee. So is our dinner almost ready? It's will take 15 minutes.
15 to 20.
We have about maybe 12, 14 minutes right now, I would guess, eh?
out.
And I got some Gatorade mixed up. So we'll have some of that tonight. Yeah, you see the waves are starting to get a little bigger. The wind is picking up. Well, this meal looks pretty good. I tested it and actually I like it. You can see it. Looks like the sunset won't be too long from now. Should be a nice spot to watch it as long as the clouds don't move in. Looks like there's a few. We decided to take a quick walk before the sunset. And this is the Mosquito River running into Lake Superior. And then you'll see just over here a little ways will be the bridge. I decided to take a walk over here by the beach area to see what kind of sunset we're going to get. You see the last tour boat is going into the dock area. That looks like about all of the sunset that we'll get for tonight. Very similar to our last trip. It got kind of cloudy within the last half an hour to 45 minutes. But it still looks nice. That little stick stove is working good so far. We're testing it out for about the last 15-20 minutes. And we can cook some, or heat up some water if we want. Right now we're heating up some for coffee, but if I want hot chocolate or something I can always place it right over the stove here. And it fits perfect. Of course right now I have to let the sticks burn down. Right to the stove's level there, the top.
This will sit on top of there.
Oh yes, I tested it already.
That's gotta be kind of dangerous.
No, it fits good. Here we got some visitors for our campsite tonight. Adventure Archives. Robbie,
Hello.
Andrew, and Brian. Looks like we're all getting filmed.
We've got Uptrail71. We got Bob.
No, what is that?
Tuna, actually.
Oh, tuna in there. Okay.
Yeah. Robbie had some cheese.
Okay, cat food.
Cat food, yeah, man. Don't you know that we're
I
on
didn't
a
see
tight
what you were
budget here?
sticking in there.
No, it's just these like little prepackaged tuna, flavored tuna packages. So I'm gonna try and make like a tuna melt here.
I think this stove's working better than ours.
So Bob is looking at Brian whipping up this bizarre concoction. It's a tuna melt.
It's a tuna melt.
Yeah.
Shoot. Oh, I got sand in there now.
Here, can you get it close enough? It's tuna melt. Here's more of it.
Alright, I got a tuna melt concoction here. I don't see how it can go wrong. It's tuna and cheese, so. One bite?
Sure. I'll take it. First part. Good.
That's actually really good. Want some now?
I'm good.
Alright, I'll eat
It's
some
like
more.
a Subway. Just like James.
What?
It's just like James.
That beer box is definitely full.
It's definitely jam-packed. Oh, this is different from the other one.
See Andrew's setup. There, nice little tent. What kind of tent is this?
This is a Nemo Hornet.
Oh, Nemo.
It's technically a two-person tent, but it's more comfortable for one. But it's only 2 pounds.
Yeah,
It's
that's
got 2 doors.
extremely light.
Yeah.
You got your
Since I
new
still
sleeping
have
bag?
it with the hammock,
You have a down sleeping bag now, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really nice actually. Packs tight and it seems really warm. I haven't tried it,
Oh
but
my
I kind of
god,
want to
last
get one.
night it was so good.
Well, where do you enter from this one? In the front?
No, it's right
Or-
there.
okay.
Yeah, there's
Oh, right here. Okay. Well, good night, guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good morning, everyone. We slept very good last night, and right now we're hoping to see some kind of a sunrise. It's warm out, and it's getting a little cloudy, so still should be able to get some good views. We came down a river here to filter some water with my Sawyer squeeze.
Coffee in the morning.
Oh yeah, Kathy's gonna want hers very soon.
You got these.
That's what she loves. Loves her mac and cheese. They're good. These are actually pretty good.
We got some other brand, but we had these burrito ball flavored ones, and they were not good. Everything else is fine.
The video was that where I think it was you and I think it was Brian that fell at the same time. And
Oh
we
yeah, you
looked
just
and it's
recently
like,
had the little
I don't
blooper
think they
thing.
even knew each other did it.
Yeah, it's the second clip where I think you must have just caught the ending of a fall.
No.
I'm not sure what happened.
I was on the ground. I was like, we were in Japan, and I was like, you know, I've never lied in the middle of the street before. So I got in the street, and I was like this. And then just as I was getting up, Brian falls
Okay.
into this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that one's really nice.
Oh yeah, this
And then you can-
pretty much just feels like mine. So.
And then your feet will go down into the right there. There's actually, it forms a pocket. Then your head goes that way, right?
Yeah, you're gonna have trouble getting me out.
Yeah, he's not going to want to leave.
Oh yeah, you've got a really good view of the leaves too.
Yes. Oh, first time ever in a hammock. This is pretty cool.
I feel like you just forgot.
There you go.
Last night my sleeping bag, I just did basically what your overquilt does, and I didn't even zip up my sleeping bag. I just stuck my feet in.
Yeah, that's what I did. I had my feet in it.
Perfectly
Just,
fine.
all I needed was my feet warm, and I was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a top quilt. Good night.
Wow, that is super nice.
And we're leaving Mosquito Campground. We'll be going in this direction. Oh, just gorgeous. It's hard to leave an area like this. And we'll be stopping to take one last look at Lake Superior. Here we're now leaving the Lake Superior area. We'll be crossing the bridge at Mosquito River. That's Andrew setting up for their next video of them going across the bridge. Andrew, got a challenge for you. Find a wild edible right in this area.
Turkey tail fungus.
There you
You
go.
can make tea with it if that counts.
Yeah, everything counts. Which one is it actually? Right in that log, eh?
Yeah, just all these. It's Tramides versicolor. So yeah.
Well, that's some good information. I would have thought I would poison myself.
I mean, everything's edible. Just some of them are only edible ones.
Right. Oh, this is gonna be some nice views. Looks like a small gorge. Here's some small waterfalls. Oh, this is gorgeous. Oh, look over this leaf just landed on me, and I didn't place it there. I couldn't. That probably wouldn't happen again in a million tries. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is just one of the waterfalls. Mosquito Falls should be a little further downstream here. And right here, this will be our final river crossing. See a little small waterfall right there. It's actually made by that tree that fell across. That looks kind of neat. Not all of the trails at Pictured Rocks are marked very good. I mean, it's a well-used trails, but in the fall, the leaves will start covering them. It's hard to see. But this trail's been well marked very well so far from what I've seen. Wow, just nice. Now I get a few blown over tree crossings. And now we have come up to Mosquito Falls. This will be the last waterfalls that we'll see on this Pictured Rocks trip. Now we're going to walk down this gorge a little ways. We should get a really nice view of the falls. Oh, that's a beautiful small waterfall. There's one of the good climbs. Now we're about maybe a half mile away from the trailhead. Oh, right here next to the trail, this is an old beaver dam. Actually formed a pond. There's a pond right on the other side here. Oh, Brian just spotted a garter snake. Now we're coming up to a junction here. Mosquito River is where we just came from, in that direction. Chapel Beach is down this trail, and we'll be heading back to the trailhead, going this direction. I'm guessing maybe a quarter mile at most. Here it looks like we have one more nice little bridge crossing. They put a lot of work into this little bridge. There's just so many neat areas around here. You have little rivers all over, streams, waterfalls, cliffs, Lake Superior. Some very nice campsites that we stayed at. Well,
Beautiful. Good park. Past these.
and this is our last planned backpacking trip for 2017. And boy, it was a perfect weekend. Maybe I can talk Robbie into going hammock camping with me in January up here.
It would be pretty easy to convince me.
Oh yeah, you'd love it.
Good trip.
Yes, what'd you think of the area?
Excellent trip.
Better than expected, or?
Oh yeah, way better.
I mean-
I had high expectations, but I didn't realize like everything came together. The weather, the views, it was great.
Yeah. I mean, just look at this. This alone is amazing. No, I thought that this was going to be good, but I didn't expect it to become one of my favorite places ever. But like,
Right.
this is like a place I'd love to come back to.
That's why I left Brian a message to be one of his top 5 favorite ever.
Easily.
Yeah, and big thanks to Bob for actually suggesting this loop.
Yes,
Because
it
there's
was.
a lot of trails to choose from, but this was definitely
Right, I knew which area to pick.
Good job, Bob.
Living only 100 miles from here, we do know the area.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Ah, that bear trap. Nice hot pasties.
It smells so good.
It's gonna be a pasty taste test. Thanks.
Go ahead.
Say, keep them cameras away from me.
Deal.
Everyone has their own method.
Tastes like it actually tastes like it reminds me of Christmas for some reason.
Oh man. This is like the exact food you want. French hiking. It's like a hearty meal.
Reminds me of, I don't know, whenever they eat like meat pies in Game of Thrones or something.
Meeting you?
Take care, man. Thank you so much. Yeah, thanks.
Awesome.
See you guys.
Here, guys.
And once again, thanks for watching Uptrail71.